As we all know from Pokemon, things evolve. But as kids subjected to the Pokemon brain rot, we didn't really know a thing about evolution, or speculative evolution for that matter. Speculative evolution is a sort of science where scientists study how animals are evolving and see how they're gonna evolve. So basically, it's like cross-gen evolution. So let's make some new speculative evolution Pokemon for the Gimmick region. And don't forget, we're really close to 500 subs, so how about you sub before the video starts so we can get to 500 before the new year? So let's go. Start with Scizor. I originally wanted him to be a bug rock type, but I decided to shift it a little. Since with one flamethrower, this guy's pretty dead, I decided to make him a bug water type. I sort of realized in the middle of the design that this references carcinization. This bug is turning into a water type, which is like how some real-life animals turn into crab-like animals, because crabs are just better fit for that environment. So that's when I decided to turn him red. Also because it's hard to recognize Scizor without that nice red color. And I decided to reference the crabs by making one arm shorter than the other, or rather one claw. One of them referencing a beluga whale, the other one referencing a shark. At first, the shark one just had teeth patterns, but eventually it actually gets teeth. So yeah, I think this is a very, Pokemon. It works a lot. So here's Speculative Scizor. Nice little alliteration here. I really like the wavy effect that I put on it to make it feel like it's underwater. And that's not the last of that effect you'll see here, because it's immediately after this. Let's go to that. Now time for a water type Luxray. Yeah, 2 water types in this video. But Luxray is my sister's favorite Pokemon, so I wanted to do this one pretty well. But how can you mess up Luxray, right? Actually, there's no bad ending to this. You really can't. It was not that hard. It did take around 2 tries, but it still worked out pretty well. I don't know why I said about like it was some big number, but whatever. At some point in this design, I added so many things that were good, but they needed to be spread out more to make it look like a normal design. These Pokemon are sort of like Paradox Pokemon. They're quite a bit stronger than their earlier designs, because they're new and improved and evolved. But they're different from Paradoxes in the fact that they can be whatever type they want. And these are only speculative, so they're not really real. Basically, the lore is that the Pokemon professor studied speculative evolution in my region, and the evil team stole his data to make their own Pokemon out of these regular animals. Not animals, they're still Pokemon, but still. And these Pokemon were like the alphas, not brain rot, I'm sorry. These Pokemon were at the top of the charts and they had to be stopped because they weren't even Pokemon. They were man-made. So I guess I don't really know what the player does about that. I haven't really got the story down, but that's my idea. And now I take a second pass at this design. Yeah, it's a long speed paint. Not too long though, that was just like 2 minutes, but still. This one automatically had more character than the other one. And it looked stronger than Luxray too. With the teeth and the grin and the eyes, it was all just so good from the start. And I actually gave it legs on its back. Not on its back, but the behind. And it made it look a lot better. And it made me work the sail idea on the back of the legs instead of just being like Vaporeon's thing. And I don't think you've noticed, but these Pokemon will all be in reference to another. Scizor referenced Krabby and Kingler and Crabrawler. This guy referenced Vaporeon, and it's Vaporeon, it's just Vaporeon. These were sort of not meant to happen, but it works out. So here's Luxray. I've been told that the chest is a little bit too big, but it's a stronger Luxray form, so it makes sense that it's bigger. Now, that doesn't mean that they all get bigger. The next one actually gets smaller. Same with the Scizor, getting a few inches shorter. So let's go to the next one, shall we? This one doesn't actually change its type at all. It just changes ideas. So basically, I wanted to do Behem because it's really underrepresented. Both Luxray and Scizor are pretty popular Pokemon, but this one isn't. Basically, I wanted to base this one off of a magician. Sort of doing that alien trope where they try to fit in with the real world. They evolve to do so. It always goes back to evolve. So I gave it a little cape and some hair that actually ends up looking really cool, so just wait. And the patterns on its head try to demonstrate a little funny smile with the teethy grin, and the eyes are supposed to look like a bow tie. So it's like a magician, and under the bow tie there's a tie. So we covered everything. I don't know why I'm saying we. I make these videos alone, but whatever. I've decided to change the colors, and it sort of looks like True Green 7's Mega BHM, or I think BHM Prime. But well, it's True Green 7, man. Anyway, I decided to make the hair all starry and nice. It looks really good at the end. I know I'm kind of just telling myself that my design looks good and telling you that it looks good, but it looks good, so whatever. I get to appreciate myself. I'm allowed to do that. And it also has this light emanating from it, which is why I put the shadows under. I think that's how shadows look. But there's also light emanating from the little red things on its chest that's supposed to look like buttons. So that's how the shadows work. And here's BHM. Though it's shorter, it's a little stronger, I guess. Not by too much, maybe like 10 base stats, more to its special attack. And it uses its alien magic to become a magician. I think these were low-key all banger designs. I know they were a derivative of other Pokemon, but still. Also, 500 subs by the end of the year. I think we can do it. Anyway, bye, sub and like.